Hello and welcome to the Shift podcast show powered by Strategic Collaboration Network. I am Justin Cohen, your host for this segment, and today we have Charissa Beavers, owner of Fetch Thrift Shop located in Frederick, Maryland.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you.
So I'm very excited to hear more about you and your business today. So let's get started. Why not?
Yeah, great.
Okay, so why don't you tell me what Fetch exactly is?
Sure. So we are a nonprofit thrift store, but we also are a rescue as well. So what our mission is to take in donated items from the public and then turn around and resell those items to create revenue to be able to give to smaller animal rescue associations in the Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and DC area. But we also have a kitty room in our thrift shop where you can come and visit with the little kitties and kittens and adopt them. Now, the kitty room, starting this year, we are partnering with a rescue called Tipplings, where they bring in their cats for adoption. And then we just kind of host them at our thrift shop. It's a great way to get visibility for the cats, and also the customers love visiting the cats and seeing kind of what their mission is helping by shopping in the store. So yeah, it's a kind of unique place.
I think what you're doing is so admirable, and maybe it's just because I'm a pet lover myself, but I just think what you're doing is amazing for the community.
Thank you.
Now, I was doing research on Fetch, and I understand that what inspired the creation of Fetch was actually the passing of Tramp. And so I would like for you to walk us through the moment you decided to turn that grief into a business and what the early days of building Fetch looked like.
Sure. My little dog Tramp was kind of my start into the animal rescue. I have always loved animals my whole life, but I worked before this career. I worked in the corporate spa industry, and I was sent down to rural Mississippi to open a spa for Viking Range Corporation, and I met Tramp at a local shelter, and the shelter was in really bad shape. They didn't have AC. The dogs were kept outside in the sun, and I adopted Tramp before even seeing him. I could hear him. I used to go at nighttime and throw bones through the wire over the cages to the dogs, and I could hear him in there, and he was always crying. So anyways, he became my little soulmate and traveled everywhere with me. And he ended up passing right when I was opening Fetch Thrift Shop. So it is in his honor. And it's to help all the dogs and cats out there that are in the same situation that he was in. But yeah, so I actually opened the thrift shop in 2020. I signed the lease about 3 months before the pandemic hit, which was a little scary. Once I saw what was going on, and I had just signed a lease. But the good thing about it was, as I was going to do it as a part-time position and still keep my corporate job. And well, that didn't happen, obviously, because people weren't going to spas during COVID. But I went ahead and just put everything I could into Fetch, and we worked through the pandemic, set up the store, and basically, just had to make it work. So
Well, I'm glad everything came into fruition. Seriously.
thank you. Thank you.
Of course. And so something else I noticed on the website is that you guys have shop and fundraise weekends where you direct a portion of your sales to a featured rescue. Now, I'm wondering how that program came about and what kind of response might you have seen from the community?
Sure. So we were trying to figure out, we have people contact us from different rescues. I mean, all the rescues are in need of funding, and there's so many around the, sorry, my dog has decided to come visit over here. There's so many. Yeah, of course I have lots of animals being an animal rescuer. So we had so many rescues calling us. We wanted to figure out a way that we could all work together. So now it's kind of like we're all doing this together. So that weekend, it's a way for us to market who we are and them to market who they are to our customers. So um, we basically both advertise on each other's pages that that weekend is going to be support their rescue. um, they can also have volunteers come in during that time from their organization. They have their followers come in and shop, as well as donate. So it's a way for us to get to know the rescues very closely, because we end up working with them during that month a lot, basically with their volunteers and then also their donors. Um, but yeah, and we sit down, our board sits down once a year, and we choose the rescues for the whole year. And a lot of them are local rescues, right in Frederick, Maryland. And some of them are a little bit farther out, but most of them are from Frederick, Maryland.
I think that's a great way to build community investment in each and individual organizations. I think it's great that you're getting together with others and figuring out how to make a real community impact.
Yeah. We love it. And we end up, it's nice because sometimes, like, we just did a horse rescue. And so one of my team members actually is now volunteering at that horse rescue because she met their volunteers who were volunteering at our site. So it's been nice, kind of growing that community, and also being surrounded by people who have the same ideals that we do about, animal rescue.
Absolutely. No, I agree. So, my next question, and I truly wonder this because it seems like Fetch does a lot for the community. So, I'm wondering for you, what does leadership look like day to day in a place like Fetch where you're managing volunteers, donors, shoppers, and rescue partners all at once?
It's fun. It's exciting. I have a little bit of the corporate jobs were just difficult for me because I have a hard time just sitting in front of a computer all day. I have a little bit of attention deficit disorder. So I love the idea that I can kind of jump around. So, we put out anywhere from 300 to 400 items a day that we're pricing. We have, car after car pull up in the back of our building to donate. And we have close to 200 and some customers a day coming into our store. So it's a lot, with the employees, the customers. It's just a lot. I love all the energy of the place. So you can go from, being in the back, talking to somebody who's donating, learning why they are donating. Sometimes it's because of a loss. And sometimes they're just trying to get rid of things in their house they don't have space for. But and then you're in the front, and we have a lot of community members that come in sometimes daily to our thrift shop. We have good music playing. It's a fun vibe atmosphere. I've had my team members say sometimes it feels more like a party on the weekends than an actual store, because there's so many people in there kind of mingling and talking, and looking at the cats. And so that's all. It's a lot of fun, and it does take a lot of energy, but I like it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
It makes me happy that you found your passion and you're really following through with it. And I just want to say again, congratulations on all the success you've had so far. And I wish you all the best for the future. I do have one final question for you, though.
Yeah.
So, you told me a little while ago that you're working on a new project, maybe a new location is in the works. And so I would like to know what's next for Fetch. Are there new programs, partnerships, or expansions that you're working towards?
Yes, we are looking at a new location for Fetch. We're going to stay in Frederick, and we're going to stay on Rosemont Avenue, but we are looking for another site to open. We are growing out of our back room space at Fetch. And so we have volunteers come in all the time, like I was mentioning, with the different rescues. So we'll have the volunteers from the rescues, but we also have the success program, children coming in. We have the Frederick County School. We have children with autism coming in, and we just don't really have enough space in that back room to make it comfortable for us. So we're all like all scooting by each other, so we definitely need more space. So here's one of my rescues trying to come and say hi. She's not camera shy.
Adorable. She's adorable.
Yeah. So anyway, Yeah, everybody thinks I'm just a cat person because of the cat room, but I like dogs and birds and all animals. But anyways, yeah, so we are definitely going to be expanding.
Well, that sounds great. Look, I wish you the best of luck in your journey going into the future. And once again, I just want to say thank you for swinging by today. It was amazing getting to hear your insight on what inspired you to open Fetch and really how you are able to operate through all of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate your time and taking the time to record this podcast. And thank you so much for getting the word out about Fetch.
Of course, it's our pleasure. Truly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of
Well,
course.
Justin, I appreciate your time and I hope to hear from you soon. Stop by the shop.
I will, absolutely. And one last thing, I just want to say thanks to everyone tuning into the shift. For more information about Strategic Collaboration Network, go to the website www.strategiccnetwork.com. Once again, that's www.strategiccnetwork.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.